You have a water leak. Is it your water pump or radiator hose? Let's find out. Okay, take 3. Hi, David Loving here. Have you looked under your vehicle lately and you notice you have a wet spot? You check it and it's not oil. You smell it and you go, wow, that's coolant or antifreeze. So that eliminates your air conditioning condenser dripping. So if you do have a coolant leak, could come from various places. Your radiator, upper hose, lower hose, water pump, thermostat connection, your heater hoses. So all those you have to look and find out where this leak is coming from. Sometimes it doesn't leak when it's cool, it only leaks when it's under pressure and it's hot. So today I'm going to show you how to replace your water pump and your lower hose. I'm not going to show you how to flush your system or your coolant system or anything like that. You look at your fluids, coolant, antifreeze, see if it's okay. You may totally replace that and recycle the old stuff, or replace it with a good fresh 50-50 of coolant. Alright, without any more interruptions, loose dogs, neighbors, gloves falling off cameras, etc. Let's see what happens. Okay, first do your research. You could buy your parts locally or on the internet. Make sure it fits your engine. See if there's a core charge. On this water pump, there wasn't a core charge to return the old water pump to be rebuilt. So I just threw it away. It was fairly easy, 4 bolts, a bunch of hose clamps. I did use gasket making RTV. I did look up the torque specifications, but I just tightened them, the 4 bolts, without a torque wrench. I've done it before, worked fine. I didn't strip any bolts, didn't break bolts, didn't have any leaks where the bolts go in. Usually on a water pump, you notice that the weep holes, there are 2 weep holes, one top, one bottom, and they will drip out when the seal inside goes bad. Also check around your hose fittings. Sometimes a loose clamp can cause that, but if your hoses are real old, it's a good idea to replace those with brand new hoses. Alright, we're on. Alright, so one thing I noticed was it was difficult to take these 4 bolts out because this would spin when the belt is off. So normally this would have a fan on it, cooling fan, but I have an electric radiator fan. So before you use your 5/8 socket in line with this spring-loaded mechanism here with the shaft on the back of this idler wheel, don't have it over here because that's really hard. You don't have the leverage. You get the leverage when it's in line and you're down here. So now is the time when the belt is still there to loosen these 4 bolts so you can take this off of the old water pump and put it on the new one. Once the belt is off, this spins and you're going to have to grab one of these bolts in order to loosen this, or it'll just spin around. Or let's see if this would work. because the camera battery died. So these are pretty loose. I'll be okay taking these off when I have the belt off. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now make sure you draw a diagram of how this belt goes on, or you'll be on the internet or looking at a manual how to put this dang thing back on. So again, the handle is in line with the shaft away from the spring to get the most leverage. And you do that and slip it out. And now you can take it off and put it somewhere. Good time to inspect it and see if it's frayed or cracked. That's a pretty good belt. So that's going back on. Water pump. Yeah, there we go. So that should come off. All right, we on? Okay, the new hose arrived in a big box full of air pillows. I could have got this locally, but it was convenient to get the water pump and the hose the same place. Good price. I just had to wait for it. All right, so next I'm going to loosen this, take that clamp off, that hose clamp off here. I may have to cut this off because it's so old. It's been a lot of years, and it may be leaking right here. I can't tell, even though we have a lot of stain right here. They both could be bad. So while I'm doing the hose, it's time I change out this water pump, because later on, if it is the water pump, it's like you just do it all right now. It's easy. So I cut, you can look down here, I cut a Harbor Freight, cut any bucket that'll fit under your vehicle to catch all the coolant and see if it's okay, or to recycle it. You can transfer that into a better container. Who knows where this coolant's gonna go. Might go all over the place. Make sure you keep it away from animals. Do not let it go down the street into the storm drains, unless you are using just the sugar-based coolant. I didn't see any of that though in there we go. Got some cleanup to do. Hazmat, oh boy. Yes. All right, 4 bolts. 9/16 socket. Good. All right, I took the 4 bolts off. Some coolant came out of the bottom screws, so I had to move the bucket, and you can really see the timing chain cover. You have to clean off your connections on the engine block with a razor blade. Here's your timing there, and your degrees there, your teeth. You hit that with the timing light. So yeah, it's seen some water leaking, and I did look at the who's the what's it, crap, I just forgot what you call those. Come on folks, tell me what it is. Someone in the back there, back row.
Well, stone the crows? That is a thermostat, mate.
Okay, we're going in for a close look. I gotta clean that up some more. I did scrape it with a razor blade, even though you can't tell. Now notice that has one main hole and then 2 bolt holes. Well, let's look it over to the left on this one. Gotta scrape it up some at the top, I think, and it has main hole, 2 bolt holes, and another hole. Okay, so you have gaskets that came with it, and I'll show you those. See? So they're both identical, so no biggie. Just make sure you coat them with some kind of gasket maker material. This one said it was for water pumps and covers and things. It's it's gray. It's not the very extreme high temp one that's orange, but this should work. Also, as I recall, it was on the bolts as well, so I'm going to put some of that, and I think it's just RTV with some added material in the RTV. So, alright, let's get to that. Almost 5 o'clock, the sun is way over, so it's a lot cooler, so I think I can finish this today. But notice I'm putting this gray gasket maker all around. Should be some, you know, nice music while I'm doing this. And put that on. And then it'll be easier just to go ahead and put it on the other side of the gasket instead of putting it on the engine block. I suppose you could. But all this has to stay in place as you hold it up and start to screw the bolts in. So that's the trick right there. And then I've got 2 over here. And so I'm going to have to hold the water pump up. Maybe I could put 2 of these bolts in the water pump before I hold it up in place. Where does it go? Where does it go? Okay, I don't know if you see this, my head might be in the way, but I'm starting the top one. That's such a nice clean water pump. And I'm holding it up. And let's see if I can start this one. They're buried with my impact wrench. So you might hate me for this, but I'm just going to snug these up. Click. You hear that click? Click. 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 Okay. Really? All right. I think think I'm good. Does a quick job on the hose or tin snips. It's kind of crazy using a knife or a razor blade because you can slip. But this does a real quick number, just like scissors on this hose. They look super sturdy, so you got to make sure you put them on before you put your hose on. Duh. All right. Now, do I want it that way or this way? Let's try that. I had to find, what was that, 7/16 or 11 millimeter socket that was deep enough to allow me to tighten that up and have the center screw part, threaded part, go deep into the socket. So I had to do that. And let's see. And this still could leak. I don't know, it's the first time I've used that clamp. I usually use regular hose clamps, and sometimes they leak as well. Now, I have a little wrench just to see how much tighter I can get that, and the one down here. And the one on the radiator, you got to be careful because it is plastic. So again, this is pretty quick. If it were, say, fall, I would have had this done by now. Okay, what was that size? 9/16? That's 5/8. So what did I do with that? If I grab the back, that's good. I'll grab the back. And I'm sure there's a torque setting, but you just don't want it to fly off. Okay, they're tight. Oh, doggy. All right, folks. Are we there? Are we at that point? Boys and girls. The other way, David. Come on, come on. Yeah, okay. Where's the belt? I lost my... Okay. So, remember how this goes on? I don't know. It goes like that. Let me take that off. And this goes around. And it goes around like that. And this goes like that. And I can't fit that. Are we on? Yeah, we're on. But can you see it? I don't know. Okay, what is this size? Is it 5/8? 5/8. Okay. Okay, we're not quite in over here. That's why I was grunting so much. All right, make sure we have the belt in the grooves and in place. It's good and tight. Okay. Now let's step back a little bit, and we got to put the coolant in. Hopefully I fixed the leak that was on my driveway and around the hose, the lower hose. So you may do things differently. You may flush the whole system. I didn't do that. I just wanted to replace the hose and the water pump because of a leak. So normally it runs cool, everything's fine, the electric fan really does a good job. So good luck, check with your state and federal regulations on what you do with your used antifreeze coolant, and use your manual and the internet. So thanks a lot. And it's not oil, not condensation from your air conditioner. It could be a coolant leak. Now, plug and play, take out the bad one, put in a good one, replace the hose, look at your fluid, your coolant, look at your coolant, see if that's okay. And we'll go from there.